Don't blink, it's your boy. Welcome to another video. Welcome to the show. Guys are doing well because they're having a fantastic freaking day. Waiting for my mom right now because she wanted to see her favorite son. Well, her only son, but her favorite son. On the 22nd of July. So I said, you know what? I got some videos to film today. Let's do them waiting for my mom. That way I'm not late. That way she's happy. That way we're happy because we're making content. Alright, alright. So today we're talking about one of the classic, right? We're revisiting a classic, and that classic is Tarzan. So if for the four people and Nunavut, we're Canadians, so we're gonna talk about Nunavut. I don't know who Tarzan is. Tarzan was a baby left by a researcher in the jungle. One of those researchers were killed. Right? I don't remember why. Listen, it's a Disney fucking movie. I was way too young, and I was way too young. Damn. And so there's a gorilla that finds him, and it's like, oh, we want to raise him, and it's kind of cool because even in the story, every single Godzilla is like, Godzilla. Every single gorilla are like, no, 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 we're not gonna raise him. He's fucking weak. So he gets picked on, he gets picked on, he gets picked on. But at the end, there's a really really cool thing that happened, and he gets like adopted. Why do we love Tarzan? What is an interesting story? I think if I want to put it in the best fashion, I think I have to put it that way. I have to do the origin. I have to do why we like it before we continue the story. Because I believe that by continuing with why you like Tarzan, why it makes sense to us to like Tarzan, I feel like this is gonna be leading. I'm still new to the revisiting the classic, so if you don't know, if you don't like the way I do it, let me know in the comments. Please let me know in the comments. I'm looking more for a way to improve, so negative comment than positive comment, which is a blessing because the day I'm not gonna have anything to improve, gonna be negative comment. The only rest is gonna be the positive, and then we're gonna be rejoicing together. So, long story short, the reason we love animals, I feel like Tarzan. I feel like there's still the mentality of man versus beast. There's always going to be this mentality of nature versus human, right? Can we beat nature? As a dude, I can personally tell you, I've heard countless time, and I'm not even joking. I wish I was joking because it's kind of silly. I heard countless time the famous, oh, if I was fighting a bear, I could take him on. If I was fighting a crocodile, I would take him on. Trust me, you can't. Trust me, you can't. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, it's not worth it. There's nothing to prove. But with Tarzan, we had this guy who was as strong as a fucking ape, right? And the other good thing with that is very simple. As a race of people, as a race of human, right? We kind of lost touch with the nature. We kind of lost touch with our instincts. We kind of grew in. There's in my mind, right? If you believe in the evolution, right? There's this Neanderthal, there's this Homo sapien, and then there's the Neanderthal, there's this Homo erectus, and there's this Homo sapien, right? And I believe we're in the middle of another one where we don't have the physical prowess, we don't have instincts, right? We're more nomadic, we're more sedentary than nomadic, right? And in the course of history, we always been nomadic, but now we're more sedentary. That being said, Tarzan is still that guy. Tarzan is the reality that we can coexist with animals. Tarzan was also raised by gorilla, and gorilla are in another fashion. So how can I say that? It's kind of complicated. So if you believe again in the thing of evolution, you know that this is we're coming from ape, right? If you don't believe it, it doesn't work. Hello. And what you do is you see the gorilla. So Tarzan being raised by gorilla does equate to, okay, well, we're still close to animal, we're still close to instinct, right? And that's pretty much it. So with Tarzan, we had this glimpse of the past, we had the glimpse of the future. She was cute, dude. She was fucking cute. I had my gorilla instinct. Woo-hoo. And long story short, I feel like that's why we like Tarzan. But there's more than a story than that, and that's why we're gonna continue the story. So Tarzan being close to the gorilla is the perfect example. And there's two people. There's Jan. So we have the famous "I'm Jan, you're Tarzan," right? There's this famous thing of that, and there's this guy who's supposed to be like security, but he's a hunter. So it's like, hey, I'm gonna hunt gorilla, right? And Jan, she's like, dude, Tarzan is the best. Look at the white hair, dude. Silver foxing that way in. Um, with Jan, she was like, dude, Tarzan is the best way to to understand how they work, to analyze those animals, right? And the hunter was like, no, I'm just gonna betray them. And Tarzan was agreed to help them for Jen because he fell in love with Jen, and it's just to show that where there's humankind, there's in French we say "Quand il y a de l'homme, il y a de l'hommerie," which basically translates where human goes, we're gonna be doing human things. So they hunt, they basically burn down the forest, burn down a part of the forest. So it's a good story about how the animal protected the human wanted to help other human, and those human betrayed him. So it is a really good story because you expect us to be the evolved form and the evolved fashion of, hey, we shouldn't do this. It's not okay. We do it, which is cool. And this is why we love Tarzan. This is really why we love Tarzan. Not not the I know there's a lot of title. I know there's a lot of story. If I wanted to pursue in that videos and add content, I would say the idea of being lost in the forest isn't lost upon us. If you look at Survivor, which is a show that's been going on for 45 seasons, if you look at as people lose wasting being lost on island, look at Mr. Beast. Most of his videos are being lost on an island, right? So I feel like there's still this, can I survive in nature? And Tarzan is the proof that yes, we can. That's pretty much it. I feel like there's a lot of people, myself I don't give a fuck, but there's a lot of people that are liking the fact that he's possibly this noble person. He's this noble English dude. Because he is this noble English dude, he kind of have like, he's supposed to be like, oh, you're super important. So we kind of see this with just to show you how impactful Tarzan is. If you know the comic Green Arrow, you got Oliver Queen, right, who's lost on an island. He learns how to fight there, and he comes back, and he's like, "Oh well, you're the editor of everything, Oliver Queen." So kind of the same thing. Love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.